Okay gamers, we are back in Phantom Line, and I just want to let you know I have found the horror. So up until this point in the game, the only scary thing was those stupid toy mannequin things that you see in horror games nowadays. And wherever that thing is, it came at me so fast. I ran for my life. I tried to scramble to get to the high ground, and it epically failed. Now, this is an alpha build of the game, okay? If you think this is something you would play, the link will be in the description for you to wishlist it. And if this game can replicate this atmosphere in all the other areas of the game, they will have a good base. Everything else up until this point, it was missing. The atmosphere was missing. But this section right here was freaking terrifying. The fear that I felt, you know when you play a game and you get scared and you get that little cold shiver? Same thing like in horror movies, and you feel like there's something there. That's exactly how I felt. Now, I am also going to drop the next part of this video. If we can get 10 likes, that will be absolutely amazing. Because the next part is an absolute movie. It gets wicked. And so what I'm trying to do right now is get my husk to follow me. Because this is going to be co-op, I have my husk that can traverse with me, and I think it's only going to be, I think I can only use him because it's single player, right? Now, something I want to let you know is that there will be base building as well. I can't use the base building in this build, but after seeing this section in the game, I hope I get invited back to test out another build with the base building. And again, this is something that I thought I'd be able to run up there for my life. It absolutely messed me up, and I just want you to listen to the atmosphere, take in the atmosphere. Now, do you guys feel that? Now, obviously, I got overrun, but imagine this. This is the husk, by the way, that when you die, you can travel, or even when you don't die, you can basically switch between your husk. So this is me. Yes, I killed those guys. Look at me, the big bad man in the survival world. Something that I would say that they have. I've been playing a lot of Stalker 2. Absolutely love that game. Masterpiece, by the way. They have focused on the survival element of the game, and that is something that Stalker doesn't have. It doesn't have that proper survival part to it. I like the fact that you have to find, you might be able to buy it as well, the ventilators for your gas mask, so they run out. And I also want to know that in this area, the gas, because of the thickness of the gas, you can sometimes lose those guys running at you on the ground, and I feel like that is terrifying. If they can have a way to improve that, you know, have them jump at you or something from the I don't know, from the gas. Like, you see that? It was so difficult to see, right? So it's coming out the gas and you can't see them, and that is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Another thing that they need to build on is, I do feel like you need to have a little bit more ammo. I know that they're focused on survival, but I understand that I have a lot of ammo in this area. But I got lucky. This was 3 hours of gameplay. I got to this section, and I actually read the info that told me that certain items wasn't available in the demo. So I then only picked up ammo, and the ammo that I was finding a lot of was for the Makarov. So this weapon that I'm using right now uses the same ammo type as the Makarov, and I got very lucky. Now, the reason why I kept moving my AI is, or my husk, is that I was scared. I was actually scared to traverse without him, and he's actually very good at shooting. It does seem like he doesn't run out of ammo, but he does have ammo on him, but it doesn't seem that he runs out of it. Another good thing about the Husk is that if you go to a certain area where a weapon is, or a better weapon, or there's more ammo type, he will actually pick that ammo up and he'll use it and he'll switch that weapon automatically. So as we get closer to the whatever that point of interest is, you see that, you know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of Mass Effect, the Reaper. You know Mass Effect 3? Or sorry, Mass Effect Andromeda? Or it might be Mass Effect 3. Where you basically have that first open scene and you see the big Reaper ships in the clouds. Oh my god, that was a movie. That scene right there was such a movie. And so I'm just trying to traverse, and I actually paid attention and I actually realized these things can climb, which makes it even more terrifying. So they can be on the high, they've got the high ground, and they can disappear within the gas clouds. Well, not disappear, but they can kind of make it hard visibly to see if they're in the thick of the fog. Now, what I would personally like to see, and I absolutely hate horrors by the way, is I would like them to thicken the gas. If they can thicken the gas, it'd be even more scary. Now, this is not at night time, by the way. So I have found, you see that sleeping bag right there? I've found that if I can sleep anywhere. I can sleep in the middle of combat. Listen, it is of course alpha. So if it's going to allow me to do this thing, I am going to do it. I will not play this bit at night time. I refuse to. It'd be too scary. And no, I just wouldn't do it. Now I want you guys to just take that in. You see that guy that was on the tree and he runs down? And I don't know why the point of interest is making that noise. You see it? I'm going to call it the Reaper noise. Now, once I reach that point of interest, that is going to be the end of this. It's the end of the demo, basically, okay? So I want to see what progresses after that. Now, this section right here, my Husk scared the living daylight out of me. I thought I was going to get jumped. Now, in the next one, I will show you guys the movie. This movie begins, oh, it absolutely gets insane.